Hello everyone, I'm back with my next video on the poem No Men Are Foreign, and this is written by James Kirkup. This video is for the students of class 9. This poem is in their book Beehive. On the left side is the poem and on the right side is the explanation stanza wise. So let us see what James Kirkup wants to convey. Remember, no men are strange, no country is foreign. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes, like ours. The land our brothers walk upon is earth like this, in which we all shall lie. In the first line, the poet says that no men are strange and no country foreign. So he is attempting to remove the borders from the earth which have been erected to separate different countries. Then only no country will be foreign. We will feel every country as our own land when there will be no borders, everyone will be free to move around. The poet wants to say that the entire earth is one and all the people who live on this earth belong to one human race. Then he says that inside the uniforms worn by soldiers of different countries, the human being is the same. God has made all of us in a similar way. All breathe in the same way. Then he says that all the soldiers are our brothers. We all walk upon the same Mother Earth and upon our death shall lie in the grave in the same earth. Stanza 2. They too, aware of sun and air and water, are fed by peaceful harvests, by war's long winter starved. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we read a labor not different from our own. They refers to those people who belong to other countries. We call them foreigners and discriminate them and fight with them also. The poet says that nature has given all the bounties to all the people also just like he has given to us. Everyone gets sunlight, air and water in equal measure, which means that God does not differentiate between people from different countries. We all do farming during the time of peace where there is no war. We live in a relaxed life and eat the things given to us by nature. Further, he adds that the way we starve during wars and winter time is the same for those belonging to other countries. Even they don't get food at that time. So he wants to say that foreigners who belong to another country and we both are same. And then the poet says that even their hands are same as ours. They work very hard just like we do. He is giving all these examples to convey to the reader that there is no difference in us and the people belonging to another country. Stanza 3. Remember, they have eyes like ours that wake up or sleep and strength that can be won by love. In every land is a common life. They all can recognize and understand. The poet asks the reader to remember something. He says that we should keep in mind that the people of another country whom we think to be our enemies have been bestowed by God with similar appearances like us. God has given them eyes like ours which open when awake and close when we are asleep. Similarly, he has given them strength which we can win through love. Then he says that in every country, in every land, there is one common thing and that is life. Life means all things are living. And if we can recognize them and if we can understand their feelings and realize that they are like us, then there will be no fights or wars between us. Stanza 4. Let us remember, whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispossess, betray, condemn. Remember, we who take arms against each other. The poet says that we should remember that whenever someone tells us to hate a person from another country, to think him as our enemy, and whenever we think of someone to be our enemy, then we deprive ourselves, we cheat ourselves, and we condemn ourselves. He says that we should stay away from such negativity. We should not consider anyone to be our enemy. During a war, both the parties must bear the loss. And that is why the poet says that war is not in our favor. He says that whenever we pick any weapon against someone, we should remember one thing. So this ends and continues in the next paragraph. Let us see what the poet has to say in the next and the last stanza. It is the human earth that we defile. Our hells of fire and dust outrage the innocence of air that is everywhere our own. Remember, no men are foreign and no countries strange. The poet says we should keep in mind that whenever we pick weapons against any person, we make the earth dirty because weapons kill people and their bodies which fall on the earth and make it dirty. Whenever war happened, it leads to a lot of bloodshed, fire and death. These dead bodies accumulate on the earth and it makes the earth impure. The fire of war which erupts, the smoke which comes out, the dust which fills the air, it is so dirty that it pollutes and outrages the purity of the air. With all these things, the poet wants to give us the message that we should not indulge in war. Finally, he ends the poem by writing the first line in reverse and saying that remember, no men are foreign and no countries strange. Now let us start with question and answers. Question 1. How does the poem justify that people in all countries of the world are essentially the same? The answer is, the poet justifies the statement that people living in different countries are essentially the same by asserting that no men are strange. Every single body breathes and functions in the same way as ours. Each one of us equally need the sun, air, and water. Human hands too are used for the similar purpose of toiling for livelihood. Eyes too perform the similar function of sleeping and waking up. Love wins us all and we all recognize its power. In peace times we all flourish and during wars we starve. Hatred leads us astray, and when we take up arms against each other, the entire earth is defiled and destroyed. Therefore, we all like peace, which showers abundance and prosperity on us. Therefore, essentially, we all are the same. Question 2. Wars have always brought total ruin in this world, yet they are fought repeatedly. Discuss. Wars are the result of over-ambition and greed of irresponsible rulers of the world. They bring ruin both to the victor and the vanquished by shattering the economy of the warring countries. In the past, wars were localized, but now they are global and hence more dangerous and destructive. The memories of First and Second World Wars are still fresh in our minds. The horrific after effects of bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945 can still be seen. Still, it is appalling to note that people of the world do not learn from history. The danger of yet another war lurks all the time. The divisive forces are even stronger in the present times, and the mad race for armaments too is scary. Hope lies in the strength of the common people who should refuse to be fooled by vested and unscrupulous leaders. Instead, people of the world should look at the world as a global village that offers innumerable opportunities and reasons for peaceful coexistence. Question 3. How does the poet James Kirkup prove that no men are foreign? How far is he able to convince his reader about it? The poet James Kirkup cites various examples to prove that no men are foreign. The very title of the poem is thought-provoking and compels the reader to think about the issue of people living in other countries as foreigners and strangers. As the poem progresses, the poet repeatedly emphasizes that all human beings are identical in their nature and approach. All live on the same earth, enjoy air, sun, and water, love peace, and are averse to war. They all have common experiences and toil in a similar manner to earn the livelihood. The logical reasoning put forth by the poet and the frequent reminders fully convince the reader that no men are foreign. He gets the message that alienation from fellow brethren is equally damaging to himself. He also understands that by treating other men as foreign, the world stands exposed to the risk of war, which can lead to irreversible destruction and pollution of Mother Earth. Question 4. How, according to the poet, the human earth is defiled and the innocence of air outraged? The answer is, the weapons of war make the earth dirty and spoil its atmosphere. The deadly ammunition destroys the fertility of the earth and makes it barren. Explosives cause destructive fires, sending ashes all over. This pollutes the land as well as the air and water. It leads to the spread of hunger and innumerable diseases. Both earth and air lose their purity. Thus, the victor as well as the vanquished find the earth and its environment hostile and unfriendly. The kind Mother Nature becomes absolutely helpless and is unable to shower her gifts on human beings. It is tarnished and robbed of its bounties. The innocence of air is signified by its purity, but wars strip the air of his innocence and fill it with smoke and dirt. The air then becomes unsuitable for human survival. Thus, human earth is defiled and innocence of air is outraged by wars. Question 5. Hatred, jealousy, and misdeeds are the dangerous pollutants of our own earth. Discuss. The answer is, the world is a global village, a union, a singular entity. It may be possible that the people on the earth may belong to different nations, castes, creeds, and they may speak different languages and vernaculars. They may be followers of different religions, but still they are equal. Each one whosoever lives on the earth is our brother, so we should follow the path of fraternity. If we are in close vicinity of one another, we can enjoy peace and share the joys of nature that nature has showered upon us. But if we do not follow this path and start a war against our own brothers, we are polluting our own beautiful earth. Our hatred, jealousy, and misdeeds have no limit, and they are a serious threat to humanity. Question 6. What does the poet mean by the words harvests and war? The answer is, the poet has used these two terms for their symbolic meanings. Harvest is a symbol of peace. The farmer does cropping work to feed himself. The term war has been used to display the severity of destruction and starvation. Question 7. How does the earth unite us? The answer is, the earth unites us in many beautiful ways. We eat and drink the things that grow on the earth. It is the earth we walk and play on, and after our lives come to an end, we all lie hidden inside it according to our destiny. Question 8. How does the poet suggest in the first stanza that all people on earth are the same? The answer is, in the first stanza, the poet suggests that no human being is strange or different. Beneath the superficial surface of our bodies, we all have similar hearts, minds, and souls. We all breathe and live in a similar manner. The earth is our common asset, and one day we all shall die and be buried in the same way. Question 9. Beneath all uniforms, what uniforms do you think the poet is speaking about? The answer is, the poet is speaking about the dresses or uniforms that armies of different countries wear. Though these uniforms are absolutely different in appearances, the bodies under them are the same. The poet tries to convey that the difference among people of different countries are superficial. Essentially, all human beings are the same. Question 10. Why does the poet call harvest peaceful and war as winter? The answer is, harvests are called peaceful because they bring abundance and prosperity, and they thrive in peaceful times only. War, on the other hand, is like the severe and harsh winter that ruins the crops and starves people. It is only peaceful times that bring harmony and contentment. War destroys everything and forces people to face hunger, poverty, disease, and death. Question 11. How does man pollute this earth by going to war? The answer is, man pollutes the earth by causing death and destruction and by spreading hatred and enmity through wars. The war also causes irreparable damage to the earth's environment by polluting it with dust, debris, and smoke caused by war weapons. Question 12. What is the central idea of the poem? The answer is, the central idea of the poem is that all human beings are similar and equal. Hence, we should love one another and live in peace and harmony. Universal brotherhood and harmonious coexistence will not only unite us, but will also save our Mother Earth from getting polluted and damaged. I hope this video was helpful to you. Do let me know what are your opinions about war. Take good care of yourself. Bye.